everyone wants a piece of the American dream. Whether as a tourist in the Big Apple, a student at one of the world-renowned universities in the US, or as a business traveler playing a part in deepening US-India commercial ties. But long waiting periods to secure a US visa have derailed such dreams for many Indians. With their travel plans in limbo, students, particularly, have faced uncertainty about their college admissions. On 14th November, an Indian applying for a B1 or B2 visitor US visa from New Delhi had to wait for about 925 days for an interview appointment. In Pakistan's Islamabad, that period was only 373 days, and in China's Beijing, 2 days. For a student or exchange visitor visa interview, the waiting period in New Delhi was 43 days, 4 days in Islamabad, and 2 days in Beijing. For a petition-based temporary worker visa interview, it was 317 days in New Delhi and much fewer in Islamabad and Beijing. The situation appears to have eased for students at least. On 31st October, news reports said that there was an average waiting period of 400 days for appointments for student visas across US consulates in India. That makes economic sense for the US. In June, a senior US embassy official had said foreign students were a big business for the US, with Indian students contributing over $8 billion a year to the American economy. Anand Srinivasan, Chief Commercial Officer of travel company TwoHub, says US visa delays have become a real cause for concern for the Indian travel industry. The current waiting periods for business and travel visas are unprecedented. Citing the US Travel Association, Srinivasan says the delays in visa processing will prevent at least 7 million people from visiting the US, of whom Indians will be a significant chunk. Srinivasan admits that the US government is facing many challenges in visa processing, particularly due to the impact of COVID. According to him, visa processing used to be a well-oiled machine before COVID, but the pandemic saw many staffers move out and led to cost cuts. The industry is cautiously optimistic about statements from US officials that delays will ease up in the coming year.
But now, what we are hearing from governmental sources is that starting mid next year, probably these challenges would be sorted out. But our concern is that whatever opportunities that have been already lost during this period is going to remain lost for the industry.
Things have eased on some fronts. Srinivasan says that renewals are easier now, and student applications are also not seeing as much delay as B1 and B2 visas.
But for new visa applications for tourists, I think we'll have to forego US as a destination for at least quite some time.
Towards the end of October, while visa delays for the UK were far less than the US, the 2-month period was still double the standard time. The embassies of Switzerland and Germany had also advised applicants on their websites about possible delays. An Indian External Affairs Ministry official had told Business Standard that the COVID impact on staffing in consulates was over, but the backlog for Indian visas had climbed only from early 2022. These delays were linked to India's political position on the Russia-Ukraine war, which was against the European stand. Last week, American embassy officials in New Delhi said the average wait time for a US visa appointment was likely to improve to pre-COVID levels only by June 2023. One official said by next summer, they expected to take in as many applications as they were accepting pre-COVID. This would reduce the overall pending appointments, but wouldn't necessarily reduce the processing time. New rules were also introduced for several visa categories to allow more people to opt out of interviews, getting slots for which have become difficult. The embassy is heavily banking on its latest intervention, the drop box, to bring down pendency. At present, it is prioritizing petition-based employment visas for temporary workers. This includes key visas such as H-1B. The Department of State has also relaxed the interview requirement for student applicants who have earlier been to the US on a short stay visa. Visa delays are an emotive issue. Indians have had a harrowing experience, from missed weddings to late college admissions. it could end up upsetting India-US ties in the short term. As such, it would be in the best interests of both nations to find a solution, and find one soon.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.